hold the horses, hold the horses. I think we've got a bounce here. We're going to talk a little bit about this Bitcoin bounce here today. The bulls are struggling to gain strength above the $44,000 price range as Bitcoin is still trading in and around this 44 and around the 100 hourly simple moving average. A high is formed near the 44,000 and the price is now consolidating gains. So we've got some interesting stuff to talk about tonight. New Nervos partnership. We've got some Cardano news. And so we're going to take a quick peek here at Bitcoin. The first major resistant. Well, I mean, here's the thing. Even if it tests the 23.6 Fibonacci retracement level of the recent increase from the 39,579 swing low to the 44,024 high, on the upside, an immediate resistance is near and around this 44,000 as we're experiencing right now. The first major resistance is coming in at around $47,000 after this. A clear break above the 44 could start a strong increase with the next major resistance just above the 45,000 zone, which the price could rise towards the 47,000 resistance. So we've got some choppy areas in here to look out for, but it does look like the markets want to recover. If Bitcoin fails to clear the this 44,000 resistance level, we could start to see further downside action. I know, I'm getting sick of it too. An immediate support on the downside would be just around $1,000 from here, down around the 43. The next major support below that would be the 42,000, the 50% fib retracement level. Is a recent increase from the 39,579 swing low to the 44,000 high. So that comes out around the $42,000 resistance zone. So a downside break below the 42K, could mean further downside action, as many of you guys, I'm sure many people are expecting. There's still a lot of skittish investors out there. People are trickling in, they're still accumulating, but people are just not pouring in with massive FOMO. Bitcoin dominance is in and around 40% right now. And this is on the daily chart and the DXY. It did make a lower high like we talked about in the last video. So we did see that come down to the 93. So I'm hoping that this downward momentum on the DXY, the US dollar currency index, could help Bitcoin continue to move upward a little bit more and pull the rest of the markets with it. So looking at Nervos Network currently, Nervos had this real ugly, choppy thing going on. We broke into this new trading range up here last week or a couple weeks ago. Actually, it's been almost 2 weeks now. We were actually testing above the 718 fib, and I think we're aiming that way, but for right now, we've got a lot of work to do. We still need to make it past these moving averages, which is going to be our major resistance level, in the short term. This downward trend line, and I'll just put something here for us to look at, because this could pose another level of resistance. Obviously, we've been in this sort of downtrend with the rest of the market. So I would imagine that in a couple of days, we will be testing this a 1.5 cent line, this downward trend line. We may or may not experience resistance there, but If you are taking a position, I would just be careful. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but this zone could potentially cause some more choppy action, depending on what's going on in the markets. So, but Nervos holding strong, looking pretty good in comparison to the rest of the stuff going on out there. We did come all the way down pretty far, and I was pretty happy about this. Most people get upset when the price goes down, but these are great buying opportunities. 1 cent Nervos Network, so get it while it's hot. I am expecting CKB with the rest when the rest of the markets are going to probably going to continue to move upward. Then I do think that Bitcoin, if Bitcoin holds and we hold from here, I do think that we are going to see another leg in the bull market, and then the rest of the market can start to move freely. So CKB right now is it started a little bit of a bounce here, so looking pretty good. We'll see what happens. This is on the daily chart, so yeah, zoom out. That's all you got to do is just zoom out. And right now, Cardano experienced the same kind of downward trending momentum. Cardano now trading at around 227. Major resistance coming in at around the $2.63. That is the 618 Fibonacci. If we break this downward trend, which we're trying to do right now, and we're struggling, we're squeezed in between these EMAs, the 50 and the 20, getting squeezed with this downward momentum. And if we are able to break past here, we will, we will probably cruise right on up to the 250 range and hit some resistance there at the 618. So fundamentally out there, we've got some news on Nervos Network. So Nervos is integrating with Covalent to make accessing blockchain data easier. So this article came out of Hangzhou, China today. Nervos announced it will be integrating both its testnet and mainnet with Covalent, a leading provider of indexing solutions for blockchains. Did take a little bit of a peek into this company, and I figured I would share some of that with you guys today. So Covalent is basically a blockchain data provider that manages and provides access data points such as that are found in transactions and wallet balances, NFTs, DeFi data, and all kinds of other solutions through their API offering. So API is an acronym for Application Programming Interface, which is a software intermediary that allows two applications, or in this case, a blockchain and a Walmart, for instance, to be able to talk to each other. So in a single unified API interface, developers on the Covalent platform will be able to obtain data not just from the Ethereum blockchain, but from other blockchains as well, such as Binance Smart Chain, Polygon, Avalanche, Phantom, Moonbeam, and more. So Covalent has lots of partnerships. Let's see. Here's the team. Oh, yeah. Here's their partnerships right here. So as you guys can see, they're partnered with Near, Polkadot, Scale. So they've got their hand in a lot of pots here. So the project is backed by investors. So let's take a quick look at their investors here. Woodstock Fund, 1KX Capital, Mechanism Capital, Binance Labs, Coinbase Ventures, Delphi Ventures, Hypersphere Ventures, and some other ecosystem partners. A public sale round on CoinList was held, and a successful $10 million in funding was secured. Covalent aggregates information from across many different sources, including nodes, chains, and data feeds. So the Covalent API then basically sources end users with an individualized data, via a wallet, including current and historical investment performance across all types of digital assets. Covalent returns this data, incorporating all relevant data into one API interface. So they're able to streamline data, make a secure connection, and allow blockchains to talk to external systems. So let's consider Chainlink, right? So what is Chainlink? Chainlink is basically a decentralized Oracle network, right? And it exists to help connect smart contracts to real world data in a highly secure and reliable way, right? It kills the risks associated with that single point of failure, and eliminates what is the so-called Oracle problem. So simply put, an Oracle is a data provider, plain and simple. And in the blockchain realm, an oracle is what feeds information from the outside world directly into the smart contract. Smart contracts are, as many of you guys know, are self-executing applications that live on the blockchain, and they perform an action when they're triggered. So if a smart contract relies on external data from Amazon, for instance, to run some type of function, we just need to make sure that the data provided is secure, accurate, and hasn't been tampered with, right? Covalent is similar to Chainlink in that way. I mean, basically, Chainlink is run by a network of nodes that provide information to and from the blockchain. You guys know the story, right? So you can think of it as middleware between the blockchain and the external APIs, right? So if a smart contract needs information from an API, it would make the request to the node or nodes in the Chainlink network. These nodes would make the API call, evaluate it, and then return it back to the smart contract, blah, blah, blah. And then, Chainlink tokens or link tokens are used back and forth in those transactions. And the Chainlink, coin has gained a lot of price, movement based on its usage across many different blockchains. So Covalent, they have their own coin called the CQT. CQT is the governance token for Covalent, in which token holders can vote on proposals, to change system parameters and blah, blah, blah. And it will also be used for staking. Covalent price today is $1.07. They have got a circulating supply of 114 million, which is pretty low. As you guys can see here, the total circulating supply is 1 billion. The current circulating supply is 114 million. So that's not a lot. Their current market cap is 122.6 million. So a lot of room to grow here. The coin is trading for $1.07 right now. 24-hour trading volume is around 8 million. CQT price is down around 8% in the last 24 hours. So this, it may or may not be a good buy, but they definitely have a lot of partnerships. They're definitely connecting to a lot of different blockchains out there, big blockchains, right? Binance, Ethereum, Avalanche. So, new Nervos partner, CQT, the Covalent API business, now partnered with Nervos. So I'm interested to hear more about this from the Nervos team. How are they going, what are they going to do with the Covalent? What are some of the applications that they're looking to connect with in the outside world? Cardano is launching a Dapp store. It's basically a storefront for certified decentralized applications called the Plutus Dapp Store. The goal of the Dapp Store is to make dApps running on Also launching a formal certification program for third-party dApps that are operating on Cardano. The IOHK team said that the dApp store addresses two barriers to entry. The first is that there is currently no formal discovery process for people to discover dApps unless you're in the crypto scene. You really wouldn't know anything about dApps. So this is going to be a way for Cardano to connect to a more mainstream audience. And the other is that there is no consolidated view of all dApps available in a given ecosystem for end users. So the Plutus dApp store will basically allow Cardano users to explore the entire ecosystem of dApps running on the protocol through a single storefront or web page. IOHK is also launching a formal certification program. The program's goal is to give users assurance about the integrity of the dApps that they're using, and basically they're going to use automated logic checks, manual smart contract auditing, and formal verification to verify that these dApps are legit to protect folks coming into the Cardano ecosystem. So very exciting stuff. This year everybody's got a different prediction for Cardano. I do think it's safe to say that we're probably going to go up to $4, right? And who knows, $7, $10. Me personally, I've heard people say $14. I don't know about $14. That's a little excessive. I think one thing about the Cardano community is wicked strong, right? I mean, it's got a huge community, but people either love Cardano or they hate them, right? So, and there's just been a lot of FUD coming out of the Ethereum camp, and so there's just this whole, Ethereum versus Cardano thing going on. So hopefully people can get past that. It seems like Cardano is a pretty, strong platform. And as you guys know, Nervos is connected with Cardano through the Force Bridge, and connected to Ethereum. So hopefully, since they're both partnered with Nervos, that they can all get along and play nicely. And hopefully Nervos continues to grow. And that's what I think we're all expecting. This year, we're going to see CKB finally take a little bit of a trip upward, break some of this nonsense, and get above this 618. Be safe out there. I will talk to you guys tomorrow.